The island soda is now a much more different and better place after several months, including following the events happened by Diesel 10, of course. Well, the brand new rescue center had just opened up for all the rescue vehicles of Sodor to come together to form one team to help anyone in need, including ones who are in danger. Along with also Castle being officially reopened after several months too in the process, with an abundance of modifications and upgrades to it, especially that it's now connected within another railway run by smaller engines, along with new arrivals arriving on Sodor as well, including Norman and Paxton, who are now a part of the Sodor Railway ever since trials came to a close, and both of them are very happy to be reunited with the old friends and loved ones after a long time as well. One day, Norman and Paxton rode over to Diesel Works as Tom Had came to see them. Paxton, he said, "You got a very busy day today. You got 5 jobs to do that needs to be done before nightfall, so you better listen carefully as I give you your 5 jobs of the day." Paxton did so as Tom had begun to give him his 5 jobs, and following that, of course, he immediately settled to do his work. Paxton soon arrived at the Nafford yard where Stanley and Stafford were waiting for him. "Oh, thank goodness you're here, Paxton," said Stafford. "We need one more engine to fill in while Philip is away doing another job on the other side of the island. Would you mind sending those trucks right there full of barrels? They're for a train from Molly to take to the docks." "Why, certainly," replied Paxton cheerfully. "That's what I'm here for." And with that, Paxton instantly got to work. Paxton was soon working hard in Nafford Yard, shunting and getting trains ready for the other engines. Stanley and Stafford were very impressed. Until Paxton had to stop in front of a switch for Duck, who was filling up the water tower. Paxton began to blow his horn very impatiently and loudly. Stanley and Stafford soon noticed this. "Paxton's beginning to become a little bit impatient there," whispered Stanley. "I know," murmured Stafford back. Paxton continued on honking his horn very impatiently as soon as Duck was done filling up the water tower as he began to shove forward. "Be patient, Paxton," he said crossly. "Whatever," replied Paxton back. "And that also wasn't very polite," added Stafford, and Stanley had to agree. Paxton was soon getting ready for a second job of taking some tankers to the docks as soon as he set off. On his way to the docks, poor Paxton had to wait for Edward, who was filling up on scrap by Reg. "Hurry up," said Paxton impatiently, and began to honk his horn very impatiently and loudly. "Be patient, Paxton," said Edward crossly. As soon as Reg was done, Edward set off. And so did Paxton. Paxton arrived at the docks where his next job was waiting, which is taking a train full of crates that are full of nicely shining armor to be taken to Ulster Castle, as Cranky the Crane was already done loading. But instead of saying thank you, Paxton just said, "About time." Which made Cranky, of course, really cranky. "What's with these engines today?" asked Paxton impatiently. "You know I work too." "Hello, Paxton," said Stephen cheerfully. "Why are you so grumpy?" "It's these engines," replied Paxton. "Always hustling and bustling, doing their work and being really useful, not knowing that I'm also a releasable engine as well, including hardworking." "Looks like someone's impatient," chuckled Millie. "I'm not impatient," retorted Paxton. "I'm just trying to get my 5 jumps done on time before nightfall. That's all." "Okay," replied Mighty. "But you know, Paxton, you don't have to be so impatient." "I agree," concurred Mac. "You know, good things come for those who wait, especially ones who are patient. And," added Madge, "being impatient can cause trouble." "Oh, Pa, but at least I only got 2 jobs to do before nightfall. Next, Paxton was sent to Blue Mountain Quarry to collect some stone to take to the mainland. As soon as he arrived, "Hurry up," he said. "Stones for the quarry and stat." "Whoa, whoa, Paxton," with Peter Sam. "Calm down there. Luke over there is on a job of giving you stone for the mainland. Plus, be patient, Paxton." But Paxton was still impatient as he began to honk his horn very impatiently as well as loudly. Pretty soon, Paxton was filled up with stone and made his way towards the rolling bridge. But on his way, he began to increase speed. He was going so fast that he wasn't paying attention to where he was going. Then lay trouble. The Vickerstown rolling bridge had gotten up, and the engines over Vickerstown Station noticed this. "Look out, Paxton," they shouted. But it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Paxton lay dazed surprised down below in the water. "Are you alright, Paxton?" called Mallard. "I think so," Paxton called back. "But I'm really in big trouble now." "You sure are," came a voice. Paxton gasped. He knew where the voice was coming from. "Paxton, what is the meaning of this?" "I'm sorry, sir," replied Paxton. "I was just in a hurry to get my jumps on time. That's all. Before nightfall, like you said." "Paxton, following the rules and regulations and staying safe is far more important than being on time." "Yes, sir. I know that now, sir. And don't worry. Next time, whenever I have a job, especially a lot of them that I do it one day, I'll be patient." "Good," replied Tom Hanks, "and hopefully learn your lesson." And indeed, Paxton did. As soon as being fixed up at the diesel works that night, he had definitely learned his lesson, the importance of being patient as well as patience itself.